Everyone, I'm going to show you how to use something like a cable machine to help improve symptoms of hip impingement, especially that are coming on when you bring your knee towards your chest. Now, I know a lot of people are very afraid of loading their hip. That doesn't have to be the case. You can use a different strategy of loading and still load it pretty aggressively. To give you guys context, I've done this with a lot of people, and I don't know one person who's had a negative experience doing this. Worst case scenario, they just didn't feel any better from it. But if we load the hip and the limb in a different plane of movement, most of the time people do feel better, or at very least they get challenged in a way they haven't recently, so they start mentally feeling a lot better too. So to let you know too, hip impingement, again, crease of the hip, it's usually in front. It is not in the backside. It is not down the leg. It does not go past the knee. Sometimes it affects the lower back, but that's usually as things go on and on and on later. Since the hip isn't working well, things end up like deadlifting and so on. The hip's not taking the work, so it ends up going to something else. So what we're going to do with this, this is very light too, by the way. I'm just going to set it up here so I can talk with you guys. Now, I installed this cable machine at the office because, as you can see behind it, we have these straps here. You can set up home versions of stuff. It's just kind of a pain in the butt, and the bands will eventually break. And what we want is a high load at the eccentric or downward position of the lift. And so I kind of want it down here. And if you know, if you've worked with bands before, you're going to know that the band is lightest down here and heaviest up here. So it's kind of the reverse of what we want. Okay, but what we're going to do with this is we can use either hip to work, but to set it up is kind of particular because people have past experiences with doing similar movements and they tend to bleed out into this. So what it's not is, it's not a Cossack squat. I don't want the knee over the foot. I want the knee almost inside of the foot because the vector of movement is this way. And if you watch some of these videos on knee injuries in the NFL, if the knee drifts out when they're changing direction, then it's a little bit of a problem. So we're going to keep this guy locked and loaded the entire time since our load is going this way. Okay. Now, when we do this, I'm taking a generous stance and my toes are always facing forward. Similarly, if we watch old injuries, if the knee's out there and the foot's out there and the knee's in there, we're in a world of hurt right now. So you got to make sure this guy is in. I'd say without fail, most of the times when I teach this, people always let their foot flare out. I'd keep it just right here, okay? Now when we let the band win, or let the cable win, I'm going to make sure that it doesn't win so much that I lose power. As you can see, my torso is inside of my hip is inside of my knee is inside of my foot. This is the power position. If any of these ones decide to change that position, I lose. And this is a very useless exercise. But if you load it heavy enough, most of the times people can respect that a little bit because they can feel that it actually feels bad. Okay? So normally we do about 5 to 8 reps or so in the beginning, just to pattern it out a little bit. Okay? But the other thing we can do is we can set up a strap like this. This is called a physical industry strap. And for those of you who aren't able to do it with a hand position because the weight's too much or your core starts to fail, we can localize that effort to the hip, which is what we did with one of the hip impingement cases we recently had. Okay, so the one way we can do this is we can slip this guy around right here. I apologize, it's going to be here. And so it's going to be like here. Okay, and if you're looking, again, physical industry strap, I don't make any money on them. Google it. All right, that's all they sell. You won't find them on Amazon either. Okay, so as you can see, the load now, it kind of bypasses my torso. So I can now use this to start loading into the hip like so. I learned this from Koichi Soto, by the way, so I'm going to give credit where credit's due. And so on. Okay. Similar thing applies in regards to weights, strength sets, and so on. You can load this pretty much as heavy as you would load a back squat relatively. and it's pretty darn challenging, and it can be helpful without provoking your symptoms. If you guys are looking for help or you want to see if this is helpful to you, just reach out to us. Our contact is in the link description below. We have virtual or in-person options to help you out. We'll see you next time.